Well, yes. Yes, you've come to the right place. Greetings once again, folks, from our humble little nano studios located in the penthouse, way high atop the Twin Golden Eggs just off the Beltway, near the brackish waters of the estuary, affectionately known as Beck River, which meanders its way to our beloved Chesapeake Bay in the land of pleasant living. This is the Real-Time Music Network Blog Talk live Tuesday night internet radio call-in show, brought to you in living color by College Underground Radio Baltimore. Yes, this is the right place. I know you're used to hearing that old theme song, but as things change all the time, we have to, as Van McCoy would say, change with the times. He said it in 1969.
I didn't hear that. I'm sorry.
Hi, Bev.
My bad. Good evening.
You hate that song, don't you?
I hate's a strong word. I wouldn't say hate.
What would you call it?
Unhuman.
Unhuman?
It's just
inhumane.
And it's, yeah. No, well, there's no human feel to it. It's so processed and so.
Well, you know why?
Because it is. It's all computerized. It's all digital.
It's all digital. They're more or less real music sounds.
Yeah.
But they came straight out of the can.
Right. So I'd rather hear humans playing it.
Okay. Well, and I'm not. Are we on the air?
I guess we are. Yes,
Have we heard
are.
anything? Bev, you're in the chat room. Has anybody complained about the new music that we're playing? Our new theme music?
No, not yet.
Not yet. They ain't over yet either. No, I realize it's a little something I whipped up. Thank you very much for the compliment.
You know what? I knew this was going to come. I said to you, no offense to you at all.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't hear that.
No offense. Well, I think when you played it to me before, I said it just doesn't sound like us.
Yeah, and I don't. What does us sound like?
Not
That's
that.
what I
don't know. Something more
not
acoustic-y. Something more acoustic-y.
Acoustic-y?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Something more. Something either really driving and not so techno sounding.
Techno sounding, but.
It was kind of techno sounding.
It was kind of techno sounding.
Yeah,
That's all the loops I have.
Well, then I will create one on Garage.
You will?
I will.
Okay. You heard it here first, folks. Bev's going to write our new theme song. So, but in the interim, we're just going to have to use this. We're going to have
fine.
to, and there's a reason for it.
What's the reason?
Well, believe me, I was more than satisfied. Our good buddy Nick Bertling supplied us with our old theme music.
And I like that a lot.
And I like that a lot, too. It was an edited version without the vocals of I Can't Find My Mind from Nick Bertling, which seems particularly appropriate in our case.
Right now.
Well, yeah. And, well, as the technology progresses and we're getting more involved in ramping up the activity of the show and things like that, we're having more of a YouTube presence.
Yes, we are.
So the YouTubes, Nazis that they are, I can say that. I can say that. It's not like I'm saying or or any words like that. Okay.
But okay, why are they Nazis?
Because
they're watching every move you
make. They flag a copyright violation, even though we have explicit permission from Nick to do that.
But in defense of them, like if I were to work for the YouTube, the YouTubes,
yeah,
I would say just to protect, in our case, a particular artist. They're just making sure they're giving them.
I can dig it. Yeah. But as you'll recall, though, with Climadonkey, the group that I was a
member of, right?
Right, and I was instrumental. One of the fellows that was instrumental in bringing that out to market. We tried using that, and we got flagged for using our own stuff. And I'm like, dude, that's my music.
Right.
Yes, I have permission to do it. I grant myself permission.
And he said, that was the blessing, the sign of the blessing he just made. But he said, prove it. correct? You have to prove it.
I have to be able to prove it.
Right.
Which, I mean, I have to produce written
Material.
permission. I have to get a permission slip from my parents, to go on the field trip. So just to circumvent all that bull crap, we're just going to say, okay, we're just going to create our own.
Yeah, we're going to create a different one.
A different one.
Yeah.
That's not going to be subject to copyright.
I bet you $5 right here on the air that
You
they
think it's
will,
gonna-
that they still will.
They're going to flag it?
Yeah.
No, all the loops that I use are free domain. They're open domain. They're not. They shouldn't show up in your Shazam wizard thing there.
Hey, that's an awesome app.
It is an awesome app
Mm-hmm.
in some ways.
In so many ways.
In some ways.
Why wouldn't it be? What's negative about it?
Nothing.
Okay.
I can't think of a one, but I'm sure there is.
Why would there be? You just played me a few songs that I've never heard of.
What, that we're going to be featuring on tonight's show?
Correct. And
yes.
they're indie artists, correct?
Yes, more or less. Some of them have labels.
Okay. All but one. Shazam identified all but one.
Yeah.
So.
I guess that's good because if you name that tune, who is? Yeah, all right. Okay.
I love that.
I withdraw my objection.
I have used that. I use it daily. Honestly.
I can name that tune in no notes.
No notes
Please
at all.
name that tune. Been a upsy downsy kind of week.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long week.
Yeah. Well, it has
Tuesday.
been in the last week.
Last week was a long week.
Last several days, we got some pretty sad news. I want to bring that up, and we had a discussion a little while ago about it. Our buddy Batu passed on. Batu is Slim Man's companion for many, many years, and our condolences.
9 years.
Yeah, our condolences and sympathies go out to friend of the show, Slim Man in Nashville, for his loss. And we were talking about that losing a pet. In a lot of ways, of course you can kind of make a comparison as to one of your kids. It's definitely a family member.
Absolutely.
I don't want to say it's more important than
but
losing
like
a
you
child,
and I were
but
talking earlier, I definitely, I have many pets, and so I think people that have pets probably relate to it a little bit more, but I think it's definitely a different level of love. I mean, it's, you can't even compare it to, I don't have children, but I can only imagine having
as
kids.
we were discussing.
But my parents, my family, my friends, anybody, it's such a great loss. But a pet in particularly, I think, because they're such a constant, loyal, true companion. No, there's no dispute with that.
Right.
So it's such a hard hurt.
And also the fact that as a parent, I am a parent,
Right.
I know, and what you train your children to do is to go out into the world and be independent and
Right.
not be dependent upon you, except in extreme
And
circumstances,
actually,
and be able to stand on their own 2 feet. That's
Right.
what a parent's role is. But as a pet owner, that child is
always a
totally
child,
dependent
right.
on you all the
Exactly.
time.
And maybe that's why Tim doesn't have kids. I don't have kids.
Yeah.
So we kind of do take that a little bit harder because they are our kids.
Of course. Well, our sympathies
They're
and
just a little
condolences
furrier, that's
go
all.
out. You're just a little furrier. Yeah. True.
But Tim, we love you and we love that too.
That's right. And also this past week, we've been kind of scattered to the winds. We usually weekend together in some way, shape, or form.
Right. And yes, and we didn't.
This past weekend, we
I
did
was
not.
south and you were north.
We went north. You went south. We were north of the Mason-Dixon.
How was your north adventure?
Well, I'll tell you. It was interesting. Of course, Jan Sandwich played.
Mm-hmm.
And also Eliza Deering and Johnny D., the Penny Black, played at the same show up at the Stewartstown American Legion. It was a fundraiser for a baseball team.
Did you have a nice turnout?
Yeah, it was a decent turnout.
Cool. I haven't talked to you about that since.
Uh-oh,
what?
It was a bit of a challenge, a technical challenge.
Uh-oh.
Well, we get to the, I get to the venue. Of course, I missed all the fireworks and the shenanigans, but some woman had a bit of an attitude.
You guys have only sold 4 tickets to this show.
And normally the way
We're not going to do anybody here tonight.
Did she actually talk like that?
I didn't
That's
talk
what you
to her.
heard, though.
That's the way it was related to me.
Right.
And it was the way that hall is structured. It's like a divisible. Hold on.
Is that your mom?
Yeah, Mom, I'm going to have to call you back. You always do this. You just want to get radio time in. So let me call you later on. Yes. All right. Love you too. Bye. Where was I?
Can you call her back? Tell her I said hi.
Yeah. During the break, I will. No, but the way the room is set up, it's an American Legion hall, and they have like a divisible room, right? Like one side is the bar and the food place, and the other half is their meeting room.
Oh.
That we use as the stage area. Well, BAM played there a couple of years ago. And we set up right at the dividing line between the rooms. So we had a huge backstage area.
Right.
But it was real nice. It was nice and compact, and it was very user-friendly. And we were like telling her, this is where we're going to set up. She's like,
no, you set up all the way in the back when people want to dance.
I'm like, okay, well, we're not like really a dance band.
Did
we're
she
more
dance?
of a concert dance
Did she
band.
dance at all?
Oh, she was almost dancing on John's face, but
I'm almost sorry I missed that.
oh my God,
Just
it was
for the drama.
The drama was nonstop. I mean, musically, it was a fantastic gig. Musically, it was wonderful, but there's so much stuff. The sound company didn't really have. They didn't have. I'm not going to mention the name of them, but I will say that they did not have their A team
present.
When it takes.
Did you guys have fun?
Once you hit that point where you get stressed out, and then you hit that wall and you go, what? You know what? This is not worth worrying about. I'm just going to play and have a good time and
screw everything
F
up.
it. Yeah,
right.
And that turning point is what made everything wonderful.
Good.
Yeah, it was cool. Johnny and Eliza did a fantastic job as usual. Yep. We introduced a new song with them, and Jam Sandwich introduced a new song too.
I'm sorry I missed that.
Mm-hmm.
No guilt, because
guilt.
Right.
No,
just as nice time, no drama free.
No, because you'll have an opportunity to hear the new song at our next concert, which is the Charles Village Festival on June 1st.
That's right. I'm looking forward to that.
From 2:30 to 4 p.m. I'm just saying.
I'm bringing Mickey to that. Mickey's a huge fan.
Okay, well, and that was our evening. And of course, after, I played with both groups.
Right.
And because there was like...
And so did John Tracy.
The band was very small. We were like 10 miles from the audience. So what we did, we took that big open dance floor area, we put 4 chairs there, and there goes, there's for the people that bought the tickets.
That's because she was expecting so many dancers.
But you know what?
She didn't know I wasn't coming.
Right. She didn't get the memo.
A naughty lady.
No, actually, no. And in all fairness to her, she did talk to John afterwards, and they kind of hugged and made up. She had a rough week herself. She lost a couple of people last week, and so she was a little crabby.
To say the least. Oh.
Crabby?
Crabby.
Because we can't say bitchy.
Right.
Nope. We can't. You can't say that. We have to say crabby. Yeah, she was a little crabby, a little out of sorts.
That's too bad, but at least it turned out to be.
But once she heard the music, she was fine.
Did
she was right
dance?
as rain.
I want to know, did she dance?
I don't think she was capable of dancing, but
everybody is.
You obviously haven't seen me dance.
I've seen you like kind of rock back and forth a little bit on stage. I wouldn't call it dancing, moving.
Nor would I.
You're moving.
You want choreography routines? I ain't your guy. Okay? All right, so we went north. You went south. Tell me, and you never told me about, you were like real terse with me on Sunday.
I was?
Yeah, I was like, so how was your show?
It was great.
No, you said it was fine.
I didn't say fine. I don't like that word, that F word.
Okay.
I like the other F word.
The other F word.
No,
You said it was good.
right. I was
I'm like,
busy. I wasn't in the
okay.
mood for texting.
We were talking.
No, we were
We
not.
were talking on the phone.
I was talking to Kitten, and you were in the background. I could barely hear you.
I was right next to her.
Okay, but I still, it's like being in the car. Whoever's driving, I can hear that
Okay.
person.
All right.
Okay.
So what did you do?
I went to see...
He asked knowingly.
I went to see Ed Neenan, which is in the band
E.
Joseph and the Phantom Heart.
Right.
I love them. You know that. They know that.
Right.
Mia is such a kick-ass bass player. She's she's a just cool bass player. And that room is one of my favorite rooms. Annapolis Rams Head.
The real Rams Head.
Yeah. It's just the best. It's so intimate and up close, and it's so nice.
There's hardly a bad seat in the house, and there's
I don't think
no
there's a
bad sounding seat.
I'll be there
in the
next
house.
weekend actually too. But
well, we'll get to that.
Did you know that?
I did know that.
But anyway, I didn't get to see Ed, like talk to him, because the next band started and they were still tearing down and putting their equipment away. But anyway, it was great. It was nice to see them guys.
Well,
Always
good.
a thrill.
And I'm happy to see
fun.
that you're out supporting other groups.
No guilt.
No guilt. No. And
All
I
right.
mean that absolutely sincerely. I think it's important.
I mean, they don't play that much as that band anyway.
And so you have to take that opportunity when
Right.
it arises. I totally understand.
It was
completely.
very hard for me not to get up and dance.
Did you watch? I guess you didn't watch you work today, so you didn't watch TV.
Mm.
You didn't drive on York Road today, did
Yeah,
you?
but I heard about the accidental in the building.
It wasn't an accident.
Okay. Well, okay. I was...
Do you know what happened?
Apparently, there was a car that drove into a building, and
There
there
was
was
a dump
armed...
truck that drove into WMAR, Channel
Right.
2, yeah.
And there was somebody that was armed. I don't know much.
I don't know if he was he armed?
I read that. But I was on the port all day. I don't really know the specifics.
Well, and I'm just saying I didn't know it either. And that somebody put an email blast at work. I work in Glen Burnie. I work near the airport. They say stay off of York Road. It's closed. I'm like, okay.
Won't be there soon.
I won't write. I have no business on York Road, so
I
I'm
was
good.
nowhere near York Road.
But I mean, they got CNN picked it up. It's all big national
well,
news.
because there was a noise. I really can't talk about it that much because I don't know.
Well, from what I heard, I mean, the guy was like banging on the door to get in, saying, "I'm God. Let me in." If you're God, you don't need to be let in. You can just go in.
Exactly.
Right. You don't need a dump truck
Don't ask,
to get you in.
You just
do
it.
Go. You're God. So what I understand, I mean, it ended peacefully, thank God, and no one was seriously injured.
Seriously injured, but there were injuries.
I don't know. Maybe no one was injured at all. I don't know. There were certainly no fatalities, but
good.
From what I understand, the guy was just sitting in a room watching the coverage on TV.
So they called him.
Oh yeah.
All right, good.
Yeah.
Well, is he American? Just curious.
I don't know. I don't know. It was an American dump truck.
We need someone to call in and please let us know because have been away from the news.
Yeah, we know nothing about nothing.
Well, we've been away from any source of news.
Not me. I get the pipeline from whoever the email lady is at work.
If it's not blasting through my earbuds during work, or I don't hear it. We're far, far away from everything there.
So I got my bacon vape liquid, right?
If you want to call the air quotes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't smell nor taste like bacon.
No, it doesn't.
No.
It doesn't.
Thank God you bought just a little one.
I know, just a sampler, and it was not worth it. However, you have a bacon story.
Oh, yeah. I was eating lunch, and I noticed the little air fresheners for a car, like the cardboard air fresheners. So I opened it up and had to smell it, and I was like, ooh.
Is that like a woman thing?
Yeah,
I
to
don't mean
smell
to be
everything.
sexist about it.
No,
It's like a candle thing.
It's a Bev thing. I know it's a Bev thing. I have to smell everything.
Okay.
So I smelled it, and I was like, that's nasty. And they're like, well, it's bacon. I'm like, it smells nothing.
A bacon air freshener?
So that's the hottest thing now because wow, what's the word I'm thinking of?
I don't know, Margo.
It stimulates your appetite. It's almost like not an aphrodisiac, but
It's an aphrodisiac for your tongue. Or for
I
your
love
taste.
bacon, but it smelled nothing like it was nasty. And so,
Don't touch that squirrel's nuts.
Okay.
your computer's acting funny.
And you were at work, so you're sporting a right nice farmer's tan there.
You haven't seen the post of it. It's pretty crazy. I'm embarrassed to see myself naked, honestly.
What do you, is that only on one? No, that's a trucker's tan is only on one arm.
One
right?
side, yeah, one arm.
Okay, you got it on both sides.
I do.
Okay.
But it's just a weird,
well,
crazy.
you ought to really.
My torso is completely white.
Do you work naked or something?
No, but I almost wish I did because...
Well, then you'd be burned all over, right?
I would deal with that much better because when I got undressed to take a shower, I was, like, mortified.
Oh.
I'm like, it just looks so ridiculous anyway.
This will pass.
Next subject.
Next
Ding,
subject.
ding, next
All right,
subject.
moving on. You know we're going through a format change.
Yes, I do, of course.
And we will be, in an upcoming episode, be introducing a new feature, as we are wont to do.
A few new features.
A few new features, actually, yeah. And the only constant in life is change, and you have to evolve and change. And that's really kind of part of what this show's about anyway, which we'll get into. But I do want to announce that our buddy Dave Wilcox,
A.K.A. London.
A.K.A. London, has signed on to come on board and present stories or anecdotes or whatever, a feature.
It's
like
his choice.
It's like we're going to get our own little Andy Rooney
Right.
segment of the show.
Andy Rooney from the underground.
Andy Rooney from the underground, right. And so stay tuned for that, folks. It won't be this week, but it'll be in upcoming episodes. We're very much looking forward to that. And I tell you what really prompted that is he really brought, for those of you who regular listeners to the show, you will know that a few weeks ago he made a call into the
I was actually
show.
the kind of guest.
When Bev was the guest, and he brought out actually a very good point, a well-reasoned point, and he's quite a smart guy, and very articulate, and knows about music,
right,
and knows about
marketing,
the art end of music,
right,
and the marketing end, the whole picture. He has a very good grasp on that, and he kind of caught us maybe in the midst of something that we were unawares of, and it's a natural thing that occurs.
Is that a new
unawares?
Word?
Yeah.
Okay, unawares.
Yeah.
But I think
that we have had a tendency to become cocooned.
All right, I'm going to agree with that to an extent. He, I think, was talking about
right
in a local way because I do
as far as
tend
us
to,
categorizing groups,
right, genres and all that kind of stuff, and
right,
subgenres and all that kind of stuff. But you and it brought to our attention on a much broader spectrum.
Right, it got us to thinking.
Right,
and that's one thing, and that's why I think he'd be so perfect for this,
right,
because it's not necessarily provocative, but it is evocative.
Exactly.
And he evokes thought that are.
And since then, Lee has
make
found
you think,
And then since then, Lee has found some pretty cool artists that are worldwide.
Right.
Very, very worldwide.
Right, and we'll get to that, and that's what tonight's episode is going to be all about. Is we're going to go on a world tour and see what's going on out there. And this is a part of it's part of the change of what we do, what our focus is. Of course, our focus is always on music, and it's always going to be
indie artists.
This is our hometown. We're always going to be hometown people, but there's also things that are outside of the Baltimore Beltway
that we're glad to share with our hometown, bring to Baltimore.
Absolutely.
DC.
Absolutely.
Hey, Lee.
Hey, what?
Guess what I listened to last night?
I couldn't even guess.
I listened to, what is Joe Kiernan's Revolution Radio?
Yeah, Rome Radio.
Okay, so you were a guest a few weeks ago.
Yeah, that was a few weeks back.
I finally got to listen to that.
Put you to sleep, didn't I?
No, it did not. Not in the way that you're suggesting. I was on my phone with earbuds, and it was Joe. I love the way he has a nice voice. I love the way he speaks. You, of course, Mr. Radio Man, but
I'm not Mr. Radio Man.
yes, you are.
You heard all the uhs.
No,
and the
not as many as you think.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, it
you
was
sure?
So, but
Are
it
you
was
sure?
really nice. It was nice, but it was driving me crazy because my phone, it was on the YouTubes.
The YouTubes, yes.
And so it kept reloading, and I would go back to where it ended or dropped me. It was really frustrating. So I got about 45 minutes into it and subscribed to his show. But that was nice to hear, and I can't wait.
Why is that facing me?
Because I want you to do, it's your computer.
What did you do to it?
I didn't do a thing to it. It keeps saying reload.
Well, reload.
I'm doing that, and it wouldn't do anything.
You broke my computer.
I'm sorry.
Good Lord.
Is it connected?
What the hell did you do?
Anyway, while he's figuring his laptop out, that was a nice show. You were a nice guest.
Oh, thank you. I try to be a nice guest.
I mean, you were an interesting. You had interesting stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
Okay.
I
guess
look
you didn't
on his
get to the
face.
good part. You didn't get to the part where my head goes all the way around, did you?
Thank God, no.
Okay. So you
'Cause
missed the
I
whole
had
split pea
nightmares.
soup thing, huh?
Oh God. Maybe I'll just keep it at the 45-minute
Yeah, leave it at
mark.
45. Maybe that's why it cut off.
Right. That was a blessing in disguise.
You know, speaking of in the skies.
If it goes there, let me know, because I'm not going to listen.
All right, well, we'll get there.
Okay.
But today is
Okay.
a national holiday. You realize that?
It's not Mickey's birthday.
No, but you're close. Today is Stevie Wonder's birthday.
Oh.
That's why. We were listening to some music, and that's why I popped that song on earlier.
Perfect.
Our buddy Ben Sherman, friend of the show,
Mm-hmm.
has been a guest several times on, premier guitar player, and very articulate in his own right.
Yeah,
He
is.
posted a very nice sentiment on Facebook, and I'd like to take the liberty to read it now,
I wish
since
you
it's
would.
in the
I
public
didn't
domain.
get the chance to see that, but
He
I'm
said,
sure.
it was a very succinct homage. Happy birthday, Stevie Wonder. Unmatched in tone, harmony, melody, rhythm, composition, lyrics, musicianship, originality, and above all, making us part of the experience by investing his songs with deep heart, soul, and simply love. The real deal in a world of posers whose best is merely a pale imitation.
I couldn't have said any better. It covers it all.
Nailed it.
He's the king of R&B.
We've got some great Stevie stories. And I've told you, I've chased him all over the country. Much like...
Literally.
What?
Literally.
Literally. Much like what we're going to do next weekend. I chase other things all over the country, too.
But you may want to...
Speaking of our buddy Joe Kiernan, we're going to be paying a visit. We're going to be doing a little bit of sky
I'm
watching.
bummed I can't go to that.
Well, you're on another mission, though.
I had my tickets bought before you... Okay.
No, it's good. It's good.
I'll be back.
Right. Hopefully it won't be our last trip down there.
I hope not.
Well, if we get taken, it
Well,
might be.
then...
No, we're going UFO hunting.
Joe, I know
the
about
activity
where they're going to be, so I will visit.
Right. And actually, I've hooked up with a friend from, like, my best friend in third grade, the first guy I played music with. He played drums, and I played bass, and we terrorized Mr. Lindquist's
Is your
8th grade
BF still in the
music
band?
class.
Does he still play?
No, he doesn't.
Hmm.
He was a 911 operator.
Wow.
Yeah. He's retired now. Living life. But we're going to go visit with him, and going to be on the UFO hunt trip this weekend. So hopefully we'll have some cool things to report next week. You, however, you're going to see a different sort of thing.
Are you familiar with it at all?
Well, I'm familiar with the little guys with the big heads.
With what I'm doing.
Why don't you tell us?
Wait a minute.
What do you mean, wait a minute?
All right, have you ever heard of Big Head Todd and the Monsters?
I have. What, do you think I live in a cave?
I do, because not too many people are familiar with them, and
Yes,
they are phenomenal. They're just the most unique and entertaining band. I love their music. So he, Todd Park Mower, is performing acoustically solo at the Rams
Oh,
in
it's
Indianapolis.
solo?
It's solo, and it's acoustic, and I'm really looking forward to this. I'm like wagging my tail
Did
big
you
time.
kick me offline or
I
something?
did not. I'm asking you if you did.
I
He's-
didn't.
I'm sorry for his rude interruptions because
Yeah.
every time I tell a story, he's
Oh,
trying to
I'm
figure
sorry.
out.
Right.
That's okay.
Carry on.
That's okay.
Talk amongst yourself.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to it. So I have really super good seats.
And that's going to be at the Ram's Head again.
Yes.
You're quite the, what do you have, season tickets down there now or something?
It's almost. They know me by first name.
Well, you taking your cowbell?
No. No, not to that. I haven't played cowbell with Jam Sandwich yet, so
Would you need an
not
engraved
until
invitation?
I need an invitation. I'm not going to jump up on stage
Okay.
like poor Ricky Olivier in the Rat Pack. And
How about some weird news?
okay,
I've given up on the gross bev out.
you really haven't tried. Gosh, that's not even an A for effort on that, Lee.
All this is from newsoftheweird.com, by the way. We give them props, and thanks for tracking the unusual and
Giving
the
you good
idiotic to the
material.
sublime. Whoever said money can't buy friends clearly hasn't been on the internet recently, wrote the New York Times in April, pointing to various social media support services that create online superstars by augmenting one's Facebook friends, Twitter followers, and Instagram likes. The reporter described how by paying a company $5, for example, he immediately acquired 4,000 friends. Air quotes,
Right.
friends. And had he splurged for $3,700, he could have had 1 million on his Instagram photo account. Such services have been around for 2 years. I wasn't aware of that.
Me either. It's almost like evangelical, the TV shows with where they have people believing that all kind of what I don't even I don't
Yeah,
get
don't
into
go
his
there.
religion. Okay.
It's been around for a while, but earlier, cruder versions, sometimes just unmonitored email addresses. They're now sophisticated bots. They're not even real people. And I think I've been hit with a few of them lately. You know? Groups of computer code created on algorithm farms in India and elsewhere that behave on social media with original messaging, often drivel, quotes the Times, as if they were real people. Yeah, I've had a few friend requests lately of people that I don't have a clue as to who they are.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you're kind of in the limelight a little bit, so.
Not really. No, I mean, not.
Well, no,
not
you
so
are
much.
between playing.
But these are people
and-
that have like nothing. You know. All right. What you know?
I have
You
that,
click
Lee.
on about and you see female
Okay, or yeah, it's one thing if you
with like nothing, no activity.
right,
or
and it's one
anything.
thing if you have like mutual friends
Exactly.
and stuff like that. But I've had this like random girls or random people, period, that just friend me, and I'm afraid to open it, or it's usually like a private message that they'll leave. Like no, that's a scam or something.
Right.
Or I'll see it, a friend request, and I open it up, and
Now you know this is from the Medical Marvels selection.
oh, cool.
You know, you've seen what is it, Snatch?
Yeah, oh, I love that movie.
The
One of my
dog with
faves.
the squeeze toy.
Yes.
China's Chengdu Commercial Daily reported in March that Liu Yugang, 23, finally had surgery to remove that whistle he had swallowed when he was 9. He had been experiencing worsened breathing and had been making shrill whistle sounds nightly after falling asleep. So we wish him a speedy recovery.
Funny.
Also, London's Daily Star featured Sarah Beale, 43, of Arley, Warwickshire, England, in a March story demonstrating her skin condition in which writing words on her skin makes it puff up for about an hour before it recedes. It's referred to by doctors as the Etch-a-Sketch condition.
Good. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of that?
No. I'm sure they poured it out of their
I'm glad
arse.
you don't have it, because
Thanks.
that's your favorite writing pad.
It is. I do use it. My arm and hand is a Post-it note.
Formerly, it's known as dermatographia or something like that. And despite occasional pain, she described it as cool and a party trick. The human Etch-a-Sketch.
Let's friend her.
Let's friend her. Look her up. Sarah Beale in Warwickshire. Visitors to the New York City office of Clear Channel radio station group chairman Bob Pittman are greeted exotically as they step off the elevator by a tunnel of fine mist.
Wait, can you repeat that?
They are greeted exotically as they step off the elevator by a tunnel of fine mist.
Is the exotic part the fine mist?
Yes. Well, however, a spokesman
that would
told...
just be refreshing
Well,
or irritating.
A spokesman told a New York Post reporter in March that it isn't for cooling or humidifying, but to impress advertisers, in that Clear Channel knows how to project the advertiser's logo against the mist.
Interesting.
I've seen that. I actually was a dealer for that.
Really?
In my day work as an audiovisual engineer. What it is, it's like basically a pipe, that blasts
mist, water.
Yeah.
That's into a mist.
It's real fine mist,
right?
And you shine
like
a
Disneyland or any other
projector
park
on it.
Oh.
And then you can walk through it. It's a screen you can walk through.
It's dimensional.
Yeah.
Dig it.
$55,000.
Whoa. That's so cool, though.
We are in the wrong business.
Business.
We're
Yes,
in
we
the
are.
wrong
That's
business.
so cool, though. I've seen that. We saw that at Disney.
Yes, they had it at Disney.
That's so cool. That is so cool.
So Clear Channel, our competitors, spendthrifts that they are, cheap. No, we're the cheap bastards.
Right. Right. Our budget needs to be better.
Our budget conscious. Anyway, but we don't worry about that, because we do this because we love to do it.
LOVE.
Yep, and we think that music needs to be supported, which is why we're going to just jump right on into tonight's program. Now,
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I still don't. Your
You're
laptop.
still not online?
Nope. This is your laptop, not mine.
I know.
But go ahead. Continue.
Okay.
But you have to make sure there's no colors.
I can't. I have our
That's
script
okay.
up
Go
here.
Go back.
We're expecting. I was told that we might be expecting a call from Jethro from Pigeon Poop.
Maybe.
Tonight.
Possibly.
But I have to get through this stuff. We can't monitor the chat room. We can't monitor.
I cannot. I'm not.
All right, I'll tell you what. Why don't we're going to go ahead. We're going to start our world tour. Okay?
Okay.
So you have your steam trunk. You have your steam trunk all packed.
Yes.
Okay?
Okay.
So you're ready to go. And what we had talked about was earlier, and for some time now, of kind of branching out. With
so much to
cocoon,
see in here.
There's so much to see in here. Well, we've hooked into a source of international music that we will be able to present to you, and we don't want to do it in any kind of
nothing formatted per se.
I think probably the best way to do it is to do it in a alphabetical order.
Okay.
That way we don't show any favoritism.
Makes sense.
Except for the people who start with A.
Right.
So are you ready? You ready for our world tour? We're going to head on off.
Seatbelts on, I'm ready.
Seatbelts on, okay. Well. And we have been whisked away to somewhere in the world. We've been whisked away. Our first contestant this evening is a group from Lithuania. They are called Alive Way, A-L-I-V-E space W-A-Y. The tune is called Slipped Away. You can check them out on aliveway.net. Aliveway, they're a self-funded pop rock band from Lithuania, founded in 2009 by Justinas Stanislavaitis. You're going to have to forgive me as I work through the pronunciation this evening. I talk English pretty good, but that's about the length.
But that your Lithuanian accent has got to go.
My Lithuanian's not
No,
quite
good.
up to par.
You're good.
Since then, Aliveway released 5 digital albums. The biggest and most memorable performance was an open-air festival in front of over 30,000 people. Their style is classic rock played with modern attitude, inspired by artists you may have heard of, like Peter Gabriel, Bryan Adams, Aerosmith, Bon Jovi, Eric Clapton, etc. They received awards for the best voice and best guitar in festivals, and also have appeared on national TV in an international song contest on Eurovision in 2011-2012. They've got a whole string of hits over there. Their main mission is to help people feel happy and find peace, and find peace in their souls.
And music does that.
Their songs represent the journey of life, and in life there's a lot of sorrow, joy, fighting, struggle. All these experiences and emotions are put into songs. So we're going to go ahead and give their first track, our first track, a listen. Now it's Aliveway. The song is Slipped Away. Want to find out the latest in what's going on in the Maryland music scene? Go to MarylandParty.com, the official Maryland online party guide. That's MDParty.com, where you'll be able to get in on the latest happenings in the Maryland entertainment scene. Artists, if you're not listing your dates on MDParty.com, you're missing out. Check it out, MarylandParty.com. Yes, indeed, check it out. If you care to call in, here on the Real Time Music Network, 347-308-8792 is the number. Call if you want a niner, right. If you want to, if you have some comments about the music or about the direction we're going, or about anything at all, anything you care to talk about.
We dare you to call.
You dare to talk.
Double Dog Dare.
Double Dog Dare.
Speaking of Double Dog Dare, actually, I really love that last song.
Yes?
I do. I love that song. It reminds me of a band that I like.
Okay.
They're called Young the Giant.
Okay.
And so, but...
What are they called?
Young the Giant.
Oh, okay. I thought you said something else.
No, Young the Giant.
Okay.
I know, I talk a little fast. But no, they're really good. That was a good song. But anyway, Double Dog Dare.
Yeah, what's the Double Dog Dare?
Someone posted a picture of a miniature schnauzer, which is what Mickey is.
Oh, yeah, you were Double Dog Dare.
And so they tried to give him a mohawk, and it turned out looking like a donkey, like a little baby donkey. So they asked me or dared me to do it, so I did. And he looked kind of cool for a moment.
He was so embarrassed.
He wasn't. He struts his stuff.
Oh, okay.
But he kind of looked like a hyena, and then I made him into like a baby Eeyore, and he was cute. And then he kind of didn't look like a donkey, and he felt like an ass. So I just made him back into cute little Mickey.
You like to do that to people when you cut their hair, don't you?
I like to F with them, yeah. I like that.
I found that out last week.
It's like pranks. That's right. When I cut your hair, I was hysterical laughing. You're like, what? I'm like, nothing. Nothing.
And then she posts the pictures on Facebook. Right. Well, I've got a rat
That was
tail.
hilarious.
All right.
I'm so easily amused.
It doesn't
God.
take much. All right. Well, let's get back to our show for this evening.
Grow up, Beth.
All right. We're going to get back in our plane now. We're leaving Lithuania.
Mm-hmm.
And we're heading off to Hungary right now, which is where our next artist hails from. Barbara Kiss, Kiss, is the name of the artist, and her website, barbara-kiss.com. She's from Hungary. She's been playing piano, singing, dancing since the age of 6. At the age of 14, she decided
Whoa.
she wanted to become an international pop star, the first from Hungary.
Wow.
What, an impossible dream, one might say, but she was persistent. So she found a vocal coach. She started working with a music consultant who put her in touch with an Italian producer and recorded.
Of course.
She did a
Gosh.
recording. Let's see. She recorded in Italy. And then in 2010, she traveled to L.A. and
That's interesting.
she met a bunch of producers and engineers and songwriters, musicians, and a couple of producers offered her recording sessions, and that's where she really started honing her songwriting skills, that sort of thing. She returned to Hungary, and she's been kind of really, she seems like she's very driven. She's really moving to, to further herself and increase her skills. She was writing a new song. She wrote a song about the struggles she was facing while fighting for her dreams called Hero of My Life. She shot a video based on it. She finally finished her debut album. She signed with an American label called Roadhouse Records.
Wow.
Last year they released her first album, From Me to You, and she's continuing to work on new tunes all the time, and we have a new one from her right now called Shy Boy. So this is Barbara Kiss from Hungary with Shy Boy. Okay, that's enough.
Clap, clap.
Clap, clap. All right. Well, look, you know what? This is a part of just opening ourselves up to other things. There's other things in the world outside the Beltway. I'm just saying.
That's true.
I'm just saying. Okay? Okay? Not everything I realize is going to be. We're presenting a fairly wide scope of material, and true to form to what our mission is.
That's true.
We support.
And whether it's our taste or likes or not, it's
bingo.
It's all in the all in the ears of the
beauty's in the eye of the beer holder.
Right. Or, but I mean, that's probably my least favorite though.
Okay.
Out of the ones that we're playing tonight.
And you're entitled to your opinion.
That's right. And my opinion's like,
Okay.
It's just my opinion.
These people are.
And that's coming from someone that has a wide.
Doing what they're led to do.
That's right.
And they're actually
I didn't like it.
They've gotten enough reach to reach to Baltimore, Maryland, all the way from Hungary. Okay, moving.
Making me hungry.
Making me hungry. Our next guest artist is Chloe Charlemagne.
Oh wait, let me see.
Yes, you like that song.
Hold on.
This is a dance. This is a bevy dance song. I hate to use the label.
Oh wait.
Disco Day.
Which one is it?
Chloe Charlemagne. Yeah, you had it.
Okay, go ahead.
She was heavily in. She's from the UK. Oh wait a minute. We have to take off. Wait a minute. We have to leave Hungary now, right?
On our Learjet.
We're right, and we're gonna see. This is in the bad place.
Wait, why?
That's
like Dreamland.
I know. We have been whisked away to the UK, where we're going to hear this next artist, Chloe Charlemagne. She was heavily influenced by the musical talent of her aunt, Diane Charlemagne, who had great success in the 90s as the vocalist for the Urban Cookie Collective, and is best known for their 1993 hit, The Key, The Secret. You remember that?
Yes.
You used to disco dance to that.
Well, yes.
Yes.
I loved every minute of it.
And when she was growing up, Chloe took her influences from her favorite artists such as Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, and Mary J. Blige.
Cool.
She began to perform in local bars and clubs, and eventually even the then named Millennium Dome. This, now, I know why they changed the name to the O2 Arena, because it's easier to say in London. She played the O2 Arena.
Very cool.
Yeah. She actually sings on a lot of folks' tracks over there in the UK, and we're pleased to present her on our show tonight. It's Chloe Charlemagne with Yesterday's News. That was not Christina Aguilera.
No, that's who I was thinking of. Not her.
Not her. That was Chloe
We were
Charlemagne.
in a debate.
We were debating. We almost had our fourth fight.
I know.
It came that close.
I know.
Right. You were ready to deck me too.
No.
So I think. Oh, we have passers-by in the
Look,
studio?
they're backing up. Watch.
Right.
Turn around. Hi.
Right. We have stalkers outside the studio. We are going to leave the European continent now.
Oh, for real? Wait, there was one more person, right?
What do you mean? Oh, we're going to go around the world several times tonight.
Okay.
Yeah. So remember, we're not picking this in geographical order. We're picking these people in alphabetical order,
Gotcha.
only to be fair.
Gotcha.
Because we do have such a very wide and diverse range of styles that we're representing. We're giving a sampler of what's happening all over the world right now. At least that we've been privy to thus far. And we'll be bringing new music as we go along.
Don't look at me. I'm responding to people.
You don't want me to look? All right, don't look at me. Okay.
I'm responding to people.
Okay.
To people. Just people.
The people. Talk to the people, Bev. We're gonna wing away. We're gonna leave the UK and we're heading to Seattle, Washington.
There weren't too many likes on the last two.
Wait a minute.
Go ahead.
And now we're in Seattle.
Oh, cool. I can't wait for this one.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you remember who this is?
Wait a minute. Tell me and
tell you the name
wait.
and then
look at me.
This is a group. They have a very interesting story. The group is called End of Mind from Seattle, Washington area. The song we're going to play is called One Race. Their website, endofmind.com. End of Mind does not care what you look like, what clothes you wear, what religion you practice, who you vote for or choose to be with. End of Mind only cares about one thing, love. It all boils down to love with this band. Love of all living and non-living beings, and how one chooses to act on that love. It hasn't been an easy road for the band, but such great accomplishments are rarely just handed to us. End of Mind started in New York City, 2008, when lead singer Dharma Raja made the choice to give up a traditional career and lifestyle in exchange for that of a working artist. He and his band at the time holed up in a seaside house on Long Island. Where they wrote and played music for hours upon hours, days at a time, rarely even going outside, rarely even eating.
They're very white, then.
It was
Or pale. I'm sorry.
Easy
I'm
for
sure
you to say, farmer tan girl.
I'm sorry. They're very pale.
It was here
and
where
skinny if they're hungry.
where the songs formulated. In fact, these prolific writers crafted 108, count them, no less than 108 songs while living in that house. Years of hard work and dedication eventually scored them a distribution deal with a major label, but just as things were about to move forward, tragedy struck.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
And they wrote about it.
2 of the band members were killed in a car accident late 2011, which left the other 2 members in deep mourning and soul-searching. Dharma Raja decided it was time for a new beginning, so he packed up and moved west to the green, lush, mountainous landscapes of Seattle. This was where the momentum started gaining again. In Seattle, mid-2013, Dharma Raja found the members who would become the new End of Mind, solid, dedicated players who became integral to how the songs are now shaped. After crafting their new sound, it was time to hit the studio. The band chose the world-renowned London Bridge Studios, whose client list consists of Pearl Jam, Three Doors Down, and One Republic. They narrowed it down to their strongest 14 songs and have titled the album In and Out of Madness. So, let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Dig deep into each track. And you'll notice the double entendres and meanings. Right. Dharma Raja writes with the wisdom only a world traveler could possibly have. Having lived all over Europe, collected styles and influences along the way, the United States and India, the influences are bountiful and certain to take you on a journey through the mind of a prodigy. So some interesting stuff. Let's give them a listen. End of Mind. The song is One Race. What do we call that? We call that psychedelic pop?
I would, kinda. That's kind of hard. I heard so many different mainstream
influences.
But
Okay.
But kudos to them.
Right.
They do great.
We're equal opportunity employers.
Yes, we are.
Moving on. Our next artist from the UK, Error Logic.
Wait a minute. Let me.
We're gonna get back onto the plane again. And we're back in the UK. Welcome back to UCK.
Welcome to UCK.
Welcome to UCK.
We hope your stay is pleasant. All right, who is this one?
I don't know. What are you doing?
I'm looking for the one.
Oh, well, we're just going to go ahead and play it.
Well, no, tell me first.
I want to tell you about them. They're Error Logic. The tune is going to be called Half Awake. Well, it still is called.
Lee,
it has been called Half Awake.
You kind of are playing tricks on me tonight.
What?
You're playing tricks on me tonight.
I'm not playing tricks on you.
You absolutely
are. I am not. I'm telling you.
Gosh.
What are you talking about?
Because I'll tell you why.
Tell me.
The ones that I said I really liked.
You really don't like.
No, I liked. And
okay.
took
where's the trick part come in?
And took snapshots, and none of them. Okay, what happened to?
Hey, hold the phone.
Okay.
Speaking of, well, you're holding the phone. That's on your phone. I have no control over your phone.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Go ahead.
How am I? No, your phone's playing tricks on you.
It's your show.
Oh,
for
God's sake. ErrorLogic.com is their website. If you care to check them out and get more information. Error logic could be a mistake in code that leads to unexpected behavior. So they try to make sense of things that happen spontaneously, unplanned events or mistakes in creative jamming. Right up my alley. Unplanned mistakes, that is.
Right.
Individually, they traveled the world playing music, recording records, being signed, being unsigned, getting into fights, and making great friends. Now they've come together in Error Logic to make new rock music that carries elements of all of their pasts.
I'm typing.
Okay, fine. Type away. They live in the dark swamps of Lincolnshire, where they can focus on their own development and taking the band to the next level. Maybe it's patent level. So let's listen to Error Logic with Half Awake. Oh, if you could be a fly on the wall in the studio tonight. Whoa. That was Error Logic, Half Awake, that we just heard. Bev's still typing. Bev's typing away.
I'm typing. I'm typing in chat.
You're typing.
I'm typing. I'm typing the chat room.
She's typing the chat room. All right. Well, we're going to move right along here since we have a lot of music to play tonight. And since you just couldn't get me to shut up earlier,
Wait,
see, we've got
what?
this barrier here where you can't kick me tonight the way we're set up.
Oh, wait, I can get up.
Don't get up.
Please
So we're
don't get up.
gonna take a short hop now from England.
To Scotland.
No,
Oh, really?
not that short. No,
Okay.
we're gonna go to the Netherlands,
Okay.
Holland,
Okay.
where the Dutch people are. It's one country. They got 3 different nationalities.
So would it be...
And here we are. Welcome,
Welcome
welcome.
to the Netherlands.
We're going to the nether regions. We are going to listen to a prog rock.
All right, tell me who it is so I know.
Frank Carducci.
Oh, I like this.
Okay.
I really like
Has
this.
the Bev Bonadio
Approval.
stamp of approval.
I like this.
This is Alice's Eerie
But no.
Dream.
Give a little bio.
I will give a little
Okay.
bio. Good Lord. Frank Carducci, and it's FrankCarducci.com from the Netherlands. See, I didn't know. I thought they were from France because he's playing in France
Francais.
right now.
Oh,
Yeah. But I think he's originally from the UK, but he lives in the Netherlands.
you have the bio. I just have.
All right. Frank Carducci is a multi-instrumentalist, bass, piano, guitar, drums, blah, 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 blah. He rose in a family where music is a way of life. He produced his first melody on the keyboard of an organ at the age of 5, like Mozart.
Wow.
He proceeds to learn the guitar, mastering Chuck Berry's rock and roll by age 11. At 14, he discovers the Beatles and joins his first rock band. Little by little, he strives toward a music that, while still being accessible, is also structurally more complex with different atmospheres. Progressive rock will come to define his passion for a music that's both very rock and very atmospheric or psychedelic.
There's that word.
Between the ages of 20 and 30, he played with upwards of 20 different bands. Just couldn't keep a job.
Wow. Is he a lead singer or bass player or
He
what?
is a multi-instrumentalist, as I
That's
just said.
why. That's
Right.
why.
He got involved in the recording of 15 different albums, including 2 with French female singer Yanni Mattis, with whom he toured throughout Europe. In 2008, Frank. Is it
Frank.
Frank?
It's Frank.
Frank?
It's German. Frank would be German.
But he's born in England.
Okay, so it'd be
Frank.
Frank.
Frank. Get the Frank out of here. He moves to Amsterdam, where he gets into the local scene and performs regularly in the famous clubs of the city. He participates in several bands with styles varying between funk, soul, pop, and rock music. Then in 2010, a dream comes true. Frank opens a gig for one of his heroes, Steve Hackett from Genesis.
Wow.
This experience will convince...
That's a pretty good
Right.
experience.
Well, yeah, there you go. Frank to focus on producing his own solo album. The goal was to produce a genuine album of his own without concessions, but being sincere. And then there was Oddity. And we're going to hear a track, Alice's Eerie Dream. And there is a YouTube's video of it, too.
Oh, I do like the song a lot.
All right, well, here we go. Alice's Eerie Dream from Frank Carducci.
A lot of groove. Oh, my God,
groove,
there's
you
a
like
lot
that.
of groove.
That has the Bev stamp of
Oh,
approval.
love it.
All right. Frank Carducci, Alice's Eerie Dream. That's that prog stuff. Proggish.
I'm going to go there.
You know, and I told you that this song that we just played, that's the radio edit.
Right.
That's
And
like
so
the
the-
single version of it.
And so the original or the
Yeah,
non-radio
the-
is
the-
9 minutes.
The album version is
It's
like
9 minutes. So
and
I
some
would
seconds.
dig that, though, because That's a long ass song.
Well, I think there's
9
a lot.
minutes?
Yeah, there's a
But
lot
that's-
of instrumental passages that have
Exactly,
been
exactly.
edited out.
But I would like that a
You
lot.
know, those lyrical people who say, "Well, leave the words in. We'll just take all the music out. We'll make it radio friendly."
Right, yeah, no. I hear music first and then lyrics. Always.
Really?
Always.
Wow.
Always.
I used to be like that
Until you grew up.
until no, only until recently. I haven't quite grown up yet, so.
Yeah, I
recently,
can't shake it. It's always music first and then lyrics.
Okay.
I'm like such an unchild. You know how children pick up lyrics like that? Seriously. Oh, nothing against you. Again.
Ouch. Wait a minute.
No, you know what I mean. Children pick up lyrics like insanely quick. It's true. Leon, it's
Well,
true.
That worked out nicely.
Let's move on to our next song.
All right, give me a heads up. Let me
We
see
got a
what's up.
long plane flight ahead of us now because we're heading from the Netherlands.
To Scotland?
No, what is
Okay,
it with you
all
in
right.
Scotland?
Okay, because
Good
I'm never
Lord.
going there.
We're going to L.A.
Oh,
We're going to
oh.
SoCal.
Okay, wait a minute. Which one? Unreal.
What? Okay, we're only up to the F's so far.
Oh. Hold on.
You know, we gotta pick up the pace here.
You didn't give me these in sequence, though.
The group is Nations of Fire. The song is Even the Blackest Heart Still Beats. They're from Southern California. Nationsoffire.com is their website. Check them out. It's a four-piece band from Southern California that features current and former members of some of the most influential punk and hardcore bands of the past decade. Guitarist Chris Chase has an impressive resume that includes a tenure with Rise Against, Siren Song of the Counterculture 04, and The Sufferer and The Witness 06. Bassist Brett Rasmussen and guitarist vocalist Nick Hill are both long-standing members of the Orange County hardcore outfit Ignite,
California.
and drummer Todd Hennig was the percussive force behind Death by Stereo for 3 albums. So let's see. Bassist Brett Rasmussen explained, "Most of us have known each other for quite a few years, and we were all really excited to put together a new band that would be more than just a side project. Nations of Fire has come out of the gate swinging and has already toured Western U.S. and Europe twice. Another European tour is already being planned, and look out for Nations of Fire's debut full-length, The Ghosts We Will Become, out in Europe on Redfield Records and in the U.S. on Hardline Entertainment. So we're going to give them a listen now. Nations of Fire, Even the Blackest Heart Still Beats. Want to hear about what's going on in the music scene in Central Maryland? Check out Shockwave Magazine. They've got their finger on the musical pulse and are available online at www.shockwavemagazine.com. Shockwave Magazine features great interviews, reviews, and articles on the music and artists that are happening now. Check them out online or at fine musical outlets in the area. Shockwave Magazine. Boy, that music still scares me.
There's 175 posts on this one thing.
What?
Hello.
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 So that music frightens me. Not the artist we just heard.
Right.
For the bed music for that spot for Shockwave Magazine. It's
I agree.
frightening.
It's frightening.
It's frightening. The next group, we're going to wing away now again. We're going to head up north, eh?
Oh, to Canada.
Bonjour.
Bonjour.
To
Unless
Quebec.
you're in Quebec.
Quebec.
French Canadian.
Well, they are, but I think they're English-speaking Quebecians. No, Quebec
See.
is mainly English speaking.
Of course they are.
Toronto, Lone Ranger's partner, so is
That speaks.
mainly French speaking. But anyhow, we're going to hear, I love the name of this band. Natural Born Tellers.
Ah, this is a cool song.
It's naturalborntellers.com is their website. The song we're going to hear is called Unreal. The band's story began back in 2005 when two gifted artists from Quebec City met while studying classical music at the university. Dave Tell, another multi-instrumentalist, lyricist, and composer, teamed up as a founding member with Matt Von Diamond, an electric guitar virtuoso who later got his master's degree in composition. They got together for the accomplishment of their common goal, making music as a living for the rest of their lives. A noble gesture indeed. In early 2008, they recruited Nick Cash, an impressively successful businessman with many wild music stories behind him, which we got to get him on and find some of them, as rhythm guitarist, who later became the new lead singer of the band. Together they formed Natural Born Tellers. Let's see. They're not just a typical pop band. Their musical influences are largely diverse, yet nonetheless impressive, ranging from sounds like the Beatles, the Doors, Nine Inch Nails, to actual Brit pop.
Okay, so you and I keep talking about this.
What, derivativeness?
Well, I think or influence.
Okay.
So,
That's a softball way of saying derivative. Yeah.
So I think that they try to emulate, or they're highly influenced by a lot of American or U.S. bands.
Okay.
And
it's not just these artists.
No.
You're
Like
talking
I'm
about just in general.
In
You're
general.
just generalizing.
Of course.
Okay.
So Americans, I think, are more prone to believe that we follow European.
You talking about me now?
No. Kind of, yes. No.
Yeah.
Yes, no. No, but I mean, they're very much influenced by us. So they try to emulate a lot of the big bands, Pearl Jam. But we talked about this earlier.
Right.
A lot of different bands.
I can accept that. I understand.
And so you can hear it in their music.
Yes.
Kinda.
Yes.
With
yes.
their twist.
And once again,
twist.
we're not necessarily talking about natural born tellers here.
Absolutely
we're just speaking in general.
Right,
Yeah.
because we've picked a bunch of UK bands tonight, and they're very good. They're very good.
Right. Agreed.
So it's their spin on their influence, which I like. It's like a fusion.
Oh, I get what you're
It's almost
saying.
like a fusion of, their.
Of Lithuanian with Elvis Presley, for example.
That's crazy off the wall, but yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's the best way to understand the analogy is to go to the extremes.
And there you go.
Okay. All right. And we'll get into more of this as the show progresses.
And then when the song plays, and we're all doing.
We're going to give them a listen now. It is Natural Born Tellers from Quebec, Canada,
I like this song.
with Unreal. And we are back. That was Natural Born Tellers from Canada A with the song Unreal. And we have a caller on the line who called during that song. Caller, are you on the air? Who do we have with us this evening?
I'm up in the air. This is Steptoe T. Magnificent. I just got off a shuttle from Pigeon Coop, Kentucky. I was visiting my cousin, Jethro Steptoe.
Yeah, we were kind of expecting to hear from tonight.
Yeah, he's indisposed, shall we say. He's up on the hill with the little distillery going. That's how he makes his major income.
Yeah, I heard it. I heard it was wild turkey season.
Yes. Well, he's pretty wild, and he calls me Turkey all the time. Northern Turkey.
So
well, I just thought and you already did earlier. I just thought I would hype the fact that I will be joining the radio network news team in the very, very near future.
And we can't wait. We can't wait to get your unique insight on the things of the world, really, whatever topic. And I told you this earlier today. You have total editorial right.
I love that. Be careful what you wish for.
I know. I'm saying that with mild trepidation, but I think it's going to be all for the good, because you are what our aim is to become not provocative but evocative.
That's exactly right. We want to evoke and emote.
Right.
I was talking to Ross from Harlan County Kings earlier.
Ross Metcalf.
And he's pretty excited about this new development on your show.
Well, excellent.
And I told him to call in. He said he was listening, but he was listening with the girls, which meant his wife and his daughter.
Right.
And I don't know how that prevents him from picking up a telephone.
Yeah, I'm not real clear on that myself. So
now I wanted him.
Say that again.
He said he couldn't call in because he was listening to the show with the girls, who I assume meant his wife and daughter.
And he is?
But I don't know what, did they have him like duct taped to a chair? Can't he grab that cell phone?
Just his mouth.
But I wanted him to hype this, and I'll do it instead, this show that both Chelsea Graveyard and the Harlan County Kings are going to be playing to benefit local Baltimore area longtime musician Ann Flynn. Yeah, it'll be June the 7th down at the Depot on Charles Street. From 4 p.m. till 2 a.m. There's 14 bands involved. And Ann broke her ankle in a nasty spiral fracture on a piece of Baltimore City tree uprooted sidewalk in the dark in Hamden, where she lives, because you can't park in Hamden anymore, and she had to park her car. She's lived there for 20 years, but had to park her car 2 blocks away at like 2 in the morning and didn't see the sidewalk. Anyway, she fell off the sidewalk and broke her ankle and can't work for 5 months because of the nature of the spiral on the fracture.
That is the worst kind of fracture to get.
So she can't work at her normal trade, which is constructing for conventions and corporate events and things like that, staging and whatever. So we're having this benefit.
Where is this event going to be held on June 7th?
At the Depot on North Charles Street, right down by the Club Charles and the Charles Movie Theater.
Awesome.
So I think it's great that you guys are participating in this to help her out.
This is what we are. We're a community. You know, that's what that's the other thing we're trying to foster and nurture, is the fact that we are a community.
I agree, and that's what I love so much about Stanstock last year. You know, a lot of people coming together to help some other people who need it.
Exactly. Exactly. And this is what we're trying to do with this show in particular, just to kind of usher in maybe a little new dimension, and it's kind of share it on a little bit more than just a cocooned local level, and move out to a more of a worldly view level. I'm kind of keen to get your insight,
I
your
was
opinion.
just going to ask that, London. I see you in the chat room, so I know you've heard the songs that we've played. What do you think?
I liked some of them, and some of them didn't move me one way or another, although they all seem to be of a high quality, the recording, production, etc.
Right.
But that's going to be anything you might play, you know. I'm going to like some of it. I have my, there's a big little pocket in my heart for prog rock, so I can't remember the name of the multi-instrumentalist gentleman.
That was Frank Carducci.
Yeah. That was
like
one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Well, that's why you and I think alike, Bev.
True,
we should go on the prog rock cruise next year.
Let's rock that.
Yeah, save your money now. It was like $1,300.
Hear me now, listen later.
Say again?
I said, hear me now, listen later. I agree. Let's save our money and go.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You sell your art, and I'll sell my power washing barber skills.
There you go. There you go. And I'll tap dance on stage and put a hat
And I
down.
will play the, what do I play?
Cowbell.
The cowbell.
Right.
The famous cowbell.
Right.
20-minute cowbell solo by Bon Bon.
When is that
All right,
going to
well,
happen?
It's awesome.
I've taken up enough of your time. You have more worldwide songs to get out there. I thought I'd just say hi, let all the fans across the globe know that I'll be on board, hopefully bringing them some erudite and aphrodisiacal features and interesting people.
And we are looking forward to it.
So looking forward.
All right,
All right,
appreciate the
Ben.
call. Steptoe.
Love you both, and Bev, I'll see your tan lines tomorrow night, I hope.
I'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, brother.
Later.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Well, that was nice.
That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And it's interesting. He made a mention. He said Turkey or Turkish or something
No,
like
Prague.
that. No, before that.
Okay.
He said Turkey.
Okay.
And
Did he call you a turkey?
no, he may have. No, we are. It's interesting that he brought that up. He must have gotten the show notes for tonight, because our next artist, even though we're going to take another short hop from Canada just over the Great Lakes to Chicago.
Chicago.
So are you ready? You all strapped in? You ready to go?
Seatbelts on.
And we are in the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois. Now, the interesting thing is our next artist that we're going to feature is they're called Painted on Water.
Oh, wait.
Yes.
Wait a minute.
You said that was the good-looking couple?
Oh, my God.
They are such a handsome couple.
Because you know where they're from?
They are Turkish.
And so they're very nice looking, him and her.
The song.
I really like the song. Go ahead.
The song we're going to hear is When I Need You Most. The group is Painted on Water. It's paintedonwater.com. And after a debut album that fused elements of jazz, rock, electronica, and Turkish folk music, Painted on Water challenged themselves once again to create something unique from their varied palette of influences. This time, the results are different. They streamlined their pan-musical vision into a collection of majestic and finely crafted pop rock songs. It's based in Chicago. It's Demirkan and vocalist Sertab Erener, both of Turkish descent, and I apologize to you guys if for my butchering the pronunciation of your names. Like I said, I don't talk English too good.
Apology accepted.
Okay. They've been collaborators and lovers for 16 years, and in Turkey they're a prime example of a forward-thinking couple. So let's give them a listen now. Painted on Water, When I Need You Most. And that is Painted on Water, When I Need You Most. And, Bev, we only made it up to the P's tonight.
Pooh. I mean, no one.
P for poo.
Right.
Well, I'm afraid we're going to have to cut our world tour short.
That's okay. We'll continue it next
We
week.
can pick it up next week?
I want it to at least play the next four, I think.
There's
next
only
three.
There's only 3 songs left.
I said 3.
You
Not
said
now,
3.
not tonight.
Oh,
Next
not
week.
yeah, because we can't. We don't
Right.
have time to.
Right, because I
right
really
now.
like these ones.
Okay, well, we'll be able to
Is that
squeeze it in
real?
because we are beginning, as Steptoe just alluded to, we'll be beginning a new feature with him featuring God only knows what's going to come out of his mouth, and that's fine because we are an open forum here, and we want to give many different views of expression on many different topics, but still we're music-centered, and we love music, and we want to promote music. But what I'm getting at is next week is where we'll also be beginning Bev's Pick of the Week. So
That's so hard.
if And it doesn't have to be local. In
I
fact,
know
I'm going to
that.
charge
Even if it's,
you and
oh
say,
my God.
unless you're really, really, really passionate about it, we're going to make this area hands off.
No, God. All right.
Okay?
Or okay.
Because I will
no,
tell
okay,
you, and we're going to be...
I'm stumbling here. Or we can say 1 week local, the next week worldwide.
Okay, that's
Please,
reasonable.
because that's so hard for me.
That's No, I know, and believe me, we do not want to lose our emphasis on local music, but
And my love for that.
Baltimore, Maryland, central Mid-Atlantic region,
Right.
it's an important music scene,
Which I love and adore, and so do
important music
you.
scenes all over the world.
Of
and
course,
we're
we
not,
want to introduce to the Mid-Atlantic
and
region.
we are not an island unto ourselves.
Yes, we are. Okay, no, we're not.
No man is an island except for Orson Welles. Orson Welles is an island unto himself. And maybe Marlon Brando.
Oh, that's a scary island.
Yeah, right.
Like
Mysterious
Jurassic
island.
Park Island. Right.
But anyway, well, we have to come back home first, so.
Where's our Learjet?
I'm on my way to play some rock and roll.
Yeah.
What did I just do? Stop.
Stop it.
Stop.
I'm looking forward to. You know
What
what
did
I'm
I
looking
just
forward
do?
to, Lee?
Oh, wait a minute. We have to get back home first.
All right, we
And we're
have
back
1
in
minute
Maryland.
left. We have
I know,
1 minute.
I know.
There's
What are we
gonna be
doing
new
next
intro-
week?
I'm
In addition to Bev's pick of the week.
I am going to do our new intro.
Okay, and we're
I'm
going to
gonna
have a new
create it.
intro. Who's our guest next week?
Oh God, I don't have the calendar on my laptop.
Oh, my God. You're going to... Well, anyway, while we're checking that out, be sure and check MarylandParty.com, which is your Maryland Party headquarters, mdparty.com.
That was your kick in the shin.
Let me see. Looking at our calendar.
We're done. Hurry.
Next week, we're not done yet. We've got Stars in the Sea.
Oh, John Leatherman and Shane.
All right. that'll
Looking
be
forward
next
to
week.
this.
All right. Well, be sure and tune in. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a pleasant, safe night. Thank you for supporting real live music.
Ciao, ciao.
And that's how she wrote.